Lesson 69. My grievances hide the light of the world in me. No one can look upon what your grievances conceal, because your grievances are hiding the light of the world in you. Everyone stands in darkness, and you beside him. But as the veil of your grievances is lifted, you will be released with him. Share your salvation now with him who stood behind you when you were in hell. He is your brother in the light of the world, which saves you both. Today, let us make another real attempt to reach the light in you. Before we undertake this in our more extended practice period today, let us devote several minutes to thinking about what we are trying to do. We are literally attempting to get in touch with the salvation of the world. We are trying to see past the veil of darkness that keeps it concealed. We are trying to let the veil be lifted and see the tears of God's Son disappear in the sunlight. Let us begin our longer practice period today with the full realization of all this and real determination to reach what is dearer to us than all else. Salvation is our only need. There is no other purpose here and no other function to fulfill. Learning salvation is our only goal. Let us end the ancient search today by finding the light in us and holding it up for everyone who searches with us to look upon and rejoice. Very quietly now, with your eyes closed, try to let go of all the content which generally occupies your consciousness. Think of your mind as a vast, round area, surrounded by a layer of heavy, dark clouds. You can see only the clouds because they seem to be standing outside the whole area and quite apart from it. From where you stand, you see no reason to believe that there is a brilliant light hidden by the clouds. The clouds seem to be the only reality. They seem to be all there is to see. Therefore, do not attempt to walk through them and past them, which is the only way in which you would be really convinced of their lack of substance. We will make this attempt today. Therefore, you do not attempt to walk through them and past them, which is the only way in which you would really be convinced of their lack of substance. We will make this attempt today. After you have thought about the importance of what you are trying to do for yourself and the world, try to settle down in perfect stillness, remembering only how much you want to reach the light in you today, now. Determined to go past the clouds, reach out and touch them in your mind. Brush them aside with your hand. Feel them resting on your cheek and forehead and eyelids as you go through them. Go on. Clouds cannot stop you. If you are doing the exercises properly, you will begin to get a sense of being lifted up and carried ahead. Your little effort and small determination call on the power of the universe to help you, and God Himself will raise you from darkness into light. You are in accord with His will. You cannot fail because His will is yours. You cannot fail because your will is His. Have confidence in your Father today and be certain that He has heard you and answered you. You may not recognize His answer yet, but you can indeed be sure that it is given you and you will receive it. Try, as you attempt to go through the clouds to the light, to hold this confidence in your mind. Try to remember that you are at last joining your will to God's. Try to keep the thought clearly in mind that what you undertake with God must succeed. Then let the power of God work in you and through you, that His will and yours be done. In the shorter practice periods, which you will want to do as often as possible in view of the importance of today's idea to you and your happiness, remind yourself that your grievances are hiding the light of the world from your awareness. Remind yourself also that you are not searching for it alone and that you do know where to look for it. Say then, My grievances hide the light of the world in me. I cannot see what I have hidden, yet I want to let it be revealed to me for my salvation and the salvation of the world. Also, be sure to tell yourself, if I hold this grievance, the light of the world will be hidden from me. If you are tempted to hold anything against anyone today. So, lesson 69 is my grievances hide the light of the world in me. Ooh, gorgeous. All right, let's see what Magdalene has to say. Greetings, beloveds. It is now and it is always our delight to be with you, as we always are. Your grievances, beloveds, are thoughts that you have manufactured, thoughts and beliefs that you have chosen to focus upon that say that someone is different than you, that someone is separated from you, and there is judgment that is cast upon them. Grievances that you may have with another, there are also grievances that you have within yourself, aspects of yourself that you judge, from your physical body to the words that you speak to the thoughts that you think. And you have forgotten to add the flavor, the feeling, and the emotion of love to all circumstances. And in so doing, you are not able to find forgiveness for yourself, much less for others. The places where you allow yourself to see beingness outside of you, the place where you allow yourself to believe that there are clouds that block the light of your own divinity. This is what we seek to dispel in this lesson today, beloved ones. What we seek to dispel is the thought that you are anything other than the pure, divine light and love of God. God herself, God himself, God itself. For it is all one. Here in this realm of duality, there is indeed an aspect of beingness that continues to perpetuate the thought and belief that each are separate unto themselves. That one does indeed not belong to another, one is not connected to another, one is not affected or impacted by another. Beloveds, understand that the frequency, the energy that you emit touches all. There is love that comes towards you with such a force, and yet you turned a blind eye to it many, many times. Open now, beloveds, to this frequency of love. Hear its song upon your ears. Hear its words within your mind. Allow yourself to feel the gentle strumming of love as it comes for you. It comes for you in messages from Spirit. There is an attempt to turn you away from the thoughts of derision and competition and guilt and shame and vitriol and anger and hurt. There is always an energy wave of love that comes towards you. See today, beloveds, if you can catch it within your hands, like the sunlight. See if you can allow love to strum your heart. See if you can allow yourself to stand and face the sun and feel the light of love upon you. See if you can allow your heart to open, beloveds, to the purity and the innocence that is within. See if you can allow yourself, beloveds, to feel the grace that God bestows on all beings who have forgotten. See if you can allow yourself, beloved ones, to remember that the grievances that you have held are not real. For love holds no grievances, and a grievance does indeed hide the light. Forgive swiftly and boldly. Look to see the innocence both within yourself and within another. And in that grievance, where you have held another as guilty, look to see their innocence, beloveds. Let them be innocent and never proven guilty. And here you shall find your salvation. Here you shall find your way back to the garden, back to love and back to the truth that you are. Look for the innocence in another and surrender the grievance. Surrender the fault. Make a list, if you will, beloveds, of all the beings that you have grievances with. And then one by one, go through and grant to them love and forgiveness, and watch your world change. And then make a list, beloved ones, of all the grievances that you have upon yourself, all of the places where you find fault and shame and guilt and anguish within, the aspects of your body and of your mind and of your actions. Do a thorough inventory, beloveds, and apply love and forgiveness. Look through the eyes of innocence, and you will immediately surrender any grievances that you may have had. For love is that universal solvent for which you are all born and entitled. We love you from a realm and a dimension and an energetic dynamic that encompasses all of you. You are loved wholly and fully, for that is your birthright. Our blessings are upon you, beloved ones. We thank you for your attention. We thank you for listening. And more importantly, we thank you for hearing. And we will speak with you again. Greetings and blessings, beloved ones. Oh. Okay, I stopped the live stream. Wow, that felt really powerful today. Oh. Hi, Marianne. Hi, Jimmy. You guys are so welcome. Okay. I love you, and I will see you all soon. Have a beautiful day.